I want you to ask yourself, which description fits better? Are you being punished or are you being pressed? Is anything emerging from this crushing? Even small things count. Pressing extracts what's most valuable: new boundaries, deeper faith. If something is being produced, even through this intense pain, you're being pressed, not punished. I'll never forget being 8 months pregnant and losing my mom at age 27. She was my everything. And in that moment, it felt like God had turned his back on me, like I was being punished for something. How could he take her from me when I needed her the most, is what I thought. I had so many questions about life that only she could answer. And for a long time, I walked around feeling abandoned and alone in my grief. I felt like an orphan. But as life kept moving and new challenges came my way, something shifted in me. Every time I faced a hard situation, I found myself drawing on the wisdom that I had gained from her loss. I catch myself handling things with a strength I didn't even know I had. And that's when I realized I wasn't being punished. I was being pressed. Losing my mama, y'all, extracted an oil I didn't even know was inside of me. It gave me unshakable confidence in myself and complete faith in God. It taught me how to overcome fear and step into who I am with intention. I learned to appreciate every single day because tomorrow is not promised to us. I started taking my health seriously and I began living out all the lessons that she had poured into me. Now, when life gets hard, and believe me, child, it gets hard, I see things differently. Nothing in everyday life could ever hurt as bad as losing my mama. I've learned how to be okay with somebody telling me no because I know that God just has something better for me. I am using the wisdom that I've gained to squeeze the best out of life. I believe in myself because I know that outside of God, no one is coming to save me. And because of that, I take chances I never would have taken before. That pressing season, it broke me open. And now I flow differently because of that oil. You can too. I believe in you. Now, here's what I found interesting. The oil from the crushing part was the finest, purest, most valuable oil. That was the oil reserved for anointing. The crushing was releasing the most valuable part of the olive. As an olive, the crushing that you're experiencing is to produce the oil that is within you. It's wisdom, it's strength, it's discernment, resilience, anointing. But then there's something else, something particular to who you are and what you are being called to do. That is what is being extracted from you. And it's your specific calling, your unique assignment, the thing that only you do. See, the oil that comes from your pressing, it's oil that's specific to your olive, your experience, your story, your pain, your journey. The oil you're gaining is wisdom that comes from your specific crushing experience. The anointing you're receiving qualifies you for something specific. I can't tell you what that thing is. That comes through prayer, through a deep, intimate relationship with God, through spending time in his presence and asking, God, what are you extracting from me? What are you preparing me for? Who am I called to serve with this oil? And more than just asking, position yourself to hear him. Listen for his answer. What noise is blocking you hearing from him? Maybe you're being pressed to minister to women in abusive relationships because you've gone through an abusive relationship. Maybe you're being pressed to help entrepreneurs navigate failure because you've survived it. Maybe God is just trying to get you to do the thing he's been calling you to do all this time, but you have not walked in it because of fear. Your specific calling and your particular assignment that comes from your particular crushing is between you and God right now. My role is just to help you get in position to see yourself in it. If you continue to focus on the crushing experience or experiences, it's blocking you from getting to the place where God is trying to take you. And I know it's going to be something great because in Jeremiah 29:11, he says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." But I can tell you this right now, the oil is being extracted from you. Your calling is in the oil. The pressure you're experiencing, it's not random or pointless. It's not a punishment. It's extraction. God is preparing you, pressing you to get the oil out. And the oil is going to anoint you for what's next. How do I know? The crushing that I experienced gave me the oil I needed to start this and walk you through this process. And that brings me to tears. He's given me knowledge and wisdom from my crushing experiences. My cup runneth over, and I'm here to give it to you. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Do you see it? Do you see it? The table is being prepared while you're in the presence of your enemies. The anointing comes while you're still being crushed. The overflow happens after the pressing. The crushing is part of the anointing process. So while you're in the press and while you're experiencing the pressure, while you're wondering if you can survive this, God is preparing a table. He's positioning you for what's next. He's producing oil in you that will be used for anointing. The crushing and the anointing are happening simultaneously. So, who are the enemies present while your table is being prepared? Let's look at them. They're not always people. Sometimes your enemies are doubt, that thinking, this will never get better. Fear, I'll never survive this. Shame, people can see me going through this. Financial pressure, I don't have enough money to make it through this. Rejection, why am I not good enough? Betrayal, why would they treat me this way? Disappointment, I thought it would happen for me. Or circumstances that seem impossible. Those enemies are present and they're lingering in your mind. But while these thoughts linger, God is preparing your table. Let's work to shift our thinking this week. Here's where the Fulcrum Mindset comes in. How you think about your crushing determines how you move through your crushing. If you think this has purpose, you'll start processing this much differently. Think about the oil that is being produced, and that oil being the wisdom and the anointing that's being extracted from you. Your crushing is producing something sacred, and God has purposes for what's being extracted from you. Now, before you go, I need to tell you something. This reframe of pressing and not punishment changes everything. But you might not believe it immediately. You might even wrestle with it a little bit, depending on where you are. You might have days where you fall back into punishment thinking, and that's okay. Shifting your mindset is a process. It is not an overnight thing. But I want you to give yourself some time, and I want you to give yourself some grace in this process. And every time you catch yourself thinking, I'm being punished, I want you to pause and I want you to reframe that. I'm being pressed. And I want you to do it over and over and over again until pressing thinking becomes your default. And finally, I need you to remember you're being pressed, not punished. And this pressure, it has a purpose.